got to record last week's one, and a couple of people asked for it, and then I felt bad that I hadn't recorded it. Sometimes I get caught up in these things. Hello, Shannon. Good to see you there. That's a big smiley face. I like it. All right, so this week in our Mindful Mondays, we're covering a topic which is called perception. So perception is your ability to see things from a different point of view. A lot of the time we can get a little bit just caught up in this is my point of view. I'm right. I'm seeing it from this point of view. It shouldn't be that way. And sometimes if we can just shift our point of view to see it from a different angle, we can see opportunities. We can see a chance to be a little bit kinder to someone because maybe we haven't understood their struggles that they've been having. As Eckhart Tolle said, it's never the situation itself that's to blame. It's our thinking about it. And sometimes that's a little bit hard to swallow, but we have to understand that it's always our thinking. If you look at the world as a tiny speck in the universe and someone gets sick and we get really upset about it, in the grand scheme of things, there is something good within that situation and there's something bad at all times. Everything has a good and a bad, an up and a down, an in and an out. And sometimes it's very hard to see it. Sometimes if we are in a situation where we get cheated on or someone really lets us down, we can sit there and we can be focused on the bad side of the coin, so to speak, and we can get really upset. But there's always a chance to grow. There's always an opportunity to see things from a different perspective, to find a little bit more inner peace. Because most of the time what happens when we see it from our perspective only, and we think that we're completely right to view it that way, it can build anger, can build resentment, and that's not a good place to be. So one of the examples I like to say to people is sometimes two people are looking at something from different perspectives. And one might be right, one might be wrong in your eye. But for instance, this piece of paper, I don't know if you can see it very clearly, but there is nothing written on this piece of paper. Am I right or am I wrong? There's absolutely nothing written on it. Now, you might be looking at it and you might be able to see some lines written there. But if I flip it around and show you what I'm looking at from this side, there is nothing written on it on that side. Now, we're both right. From my view, there's nothing on it. And from the other view, there is something written on it. So if we sit there and argue about semantics, sometimes it can be just a simple case of we're not seeing someone else's point of view. We're not looking at things from a different perspective. So if a situation is giving you grievances right now, it's your perception of that situation that is actually causing the pain. So there's more than one way of looking at things. I remember one of, I think it was Napoleon Hill, he used to have this technique where he'd write a situation down on a piece of paper and he would sit in different chairs around a table and he would actually sit there and say, okay, so how would Thomas Edison look at this? How would Henry Ford look at this? How would someone other than me look at this situation and see it differently? So perception is one of our mental abilities. It's when we're actually using our mind to think. We're not just reacting to the world. We're not just saying that's bad, blah, blah, blah. We're actually thinking, well, hang on a second. If I look at it from this other person's perspective, maybe there's something to it. Maybe there's a different way of looking at it. So our perception is our ability to see things differently. Now, at the moment, I'm building a coaching business. And I had a meeting with my two sisters who work for a marketing agency. And they started talking about how they would suggest that I would build a business. And I was sitting there going, oh, I don't like this. This doesn't seem right. This seems difficult, seems hard. But I realized I wasn't thinking. I had to spend today thinking, well, how can I look at this from a different perspective? What they want is to help me build my business. They want me to succeed. Now, it may not be how I would want to do it, but what I've realized is if I look at it from a slightly different perspective of this could be an adventure, this could be something that is my learning to do. This could be my pathway forward. This could be something to try with people who support me, who want me to do well. If I look at it from that perspective rather than, no, that's not for me, that's difficult. What that does is it presents me with opportunities to grow, to try something different. If we stay stuck in our narrow-minded way of looking at things, we're cutting ourselves off from other opportunities, from other solutions, from other viewpoints. And I can be quite stubborn. So it's a good opportunity for me to think to myself, well, how can I see this differently? So I want you now with a pen and paper, or you can do it on your laptop or whatever you want to write down the answers to these questions. I want you to just put a number 1, Mindful Mondays, the date, however you do these things. I like to put a date so I can remember. And I want you to think of a situation right now that's giving you a bit of a grievance. It's kind of annoying you. It's not going the way that you want it to. Maybe it's harder than you want it to go. Maybe it's something to do with a person and they're not behaving in the way that you want them to. I want you to just think of one thing right now, a situation that's causing you that, and just write it down. If you want, you can write a couple and then select the one that you want to work on today for just a little bit of a perception shift. Maybe one that you're open to looking at from a different perspective. I know that, if you're in that moment where something bad has happened and you're very emotional about it right now, that might not be what you want to do, but something that you're open to a suggestion on. Try and just state it simply. Maybe I'm finding it hard to eat healthy. I'm finding it hard to build my business. I'm finding it difficult to remain calm in this situation. Getting very angry, whatever it is. So hopefully you've got something that you've got in mind, that you've got written down. Now, the first step before we try and look for a solution is we have to realize that everything that's coming to us is a chance for us to learn. It's a chance for us to grow as a human being. It's not happening to us as if the world's against us and everything's wrong with the world. It's happening for us. It's presenting us with an opportunity to grow, to learn, to develop our perception, our problem-solving skills. And in life, we get presented with lessons. Now, a lesson can be presented to you in many different forms, but eventually, if you don't learn the lesson, the universe is just going to keep sending it to you in different forms over and over again. I think we've all had that possibly in dating, where we've dated the same kind of person over and over again, and we keep getting hurt, and we haven't learned the lesson that a person with this type of personality is probably not the right match for us. Or it could be at the gym that we're trying to do a certain exercise, and every time, for some reason, we hurt ourselves, or it doesn't go well, or whatever it is. So I want you to take a moment now and write why you're grateful for this challenge. What is it teaching you? What is it here to present you with your challenge, your lesson, your growth? So I want you to just write a few reasons why you're grateful for this situation. Maybe it's showing you that you need to work on something. Maybe it's there to help build your confidence. One of the top qualities of people that they identified as being successful is that they rarely complain about their situation. They don't blame other people for it. They accept responsibility. They know that if something's happening, maybe there's something I need to change. Why are you grateful for that experience? Sometimes it's easy to do, sometimes it's quite challenging. But it's good before we start trying to solve these problems that we end up feeling a little bit grateful that this is our thing to do. Because then we're more likely to face it head on. We're more likely to decide that we want to make a change when we realize that this is a good thing. This is happening for me. Not happening to me, it's happening for me. So now I want you to put another number. I think we're up to number 3, I do believe. And you can leave a bit of space between 1, 2, and 3 if you want to add some more to it later. But how can you come at this situation from a different perspective? So let yourself free journal on this for a few moments, or a few minutes. Maybe come up with some new solutions. How can you attack this situation from a different perspective? Maybe you can ask yourself what someone you admire would do in this situation. Just let yourself free journal about it for a few minutes. When I'm thinking about the business that I'm building, I'm grateful that I have this challenge because it's showing me how many people are there to support me, how many different resources I have availability to overcome this. And because I have this, what I can do is I can do this course, I can really look at these notes, I can ask these people, I can seek out help in these ways. Just let your mind keep going with it. If you feel stuck, just take a deep breath. Relax and just keep going. Amazing work, guys. So that is an exercise that you can do at any time. It's quite a simple one, just to get you to shift your perspective on the problem that you've got. Some of the ways I like to do this is, like I said, with Napoleon Hill's method, I like to think of the situation. First of all, I want to be grateful for it. I don't want to despise the fact that I have this challenge and think it's unfair and the world's against me and people have all these things that I don't have. It's a chance for us to tap into a bit more of an authentic, peaceful self and come at the problem from that perspective. Then after you've done that, you can ask, what would some of the people who I really admire do? How could I move through this problem and get to where I really want to be? And that's where we're using our sense of perception to see things differently. And most of the time after you've done that, you'll start to think, oh, hang on, here's a solution. Maybe I was looking at it the wrong way. And the more open-minded you are about this, the better chance you have for success. As Albert Einstein said, that we can't solve a problem with the same level of thinking that created it in the first place. And it took me a little while to understand that. But if your way's not working and you're not feeling good, and you're not getting the result that you want, then you're most likely looking at it from the wrong perspective. You're not viewing it in the way that's going to cause you to find a solution. Amazing. Now, we are going to do a bit of meditation to get into our Zen, so to speak, and relax and put ourselves in a great vibration for tonight and for the rest of the week. So I want you to just take a moment to get nice and comfortable, stretch out your shoulders, roll them around, stretch your neck, move your head from side to side, wiggle your butt around. And I am going to play some meditation music just to get us in the mood. And hopefully you guys can hear that. Yep, beautiful, amazing, amazing. Give yourself a little bit more of a moment to take a couple of deep breaths and just relax into the space. Grateful for spending some time here, expanding your mind, relaxing yourself, learning, calm yourself. And for this meditation, we're going to be aiming for a little bit more inner peace. The point of some styles of meditation is to gain control over your thoughts, that you can become the person who directs the way in which your thoughts go. I want you to, when you're ready, close your eyes, allow yourself to just drive into the space. Make sure you're feeling nice and comfortable. And what we're going to do to start off with is just have a few rounds of deep breathing where we breathe into our nose, into our stomach, into our chest, and we hold for a moment. And as we release, we let the tension come out of our body. We do that nice and slowly out through our mouth. So we're going to start 3 rounds of breathing, starting with an in-breath through the nose. In 3, 2, 1, breathe in through your nose, into your stomach, into your chest. Hold for a moment, and release through your mouth. That breath, and let the tension melt from your body. Hold for a second, and then breathe in again through your nose, into your stomach, into your chest. Hold for a moment, and release out through your mouth. And your body just release any tension. Hold for a moment, and then breathe in again through your nose, to your stomach, into your chest. Hold for a moment, and release the air out through your mouth. Let your body relax. And just let yourself go back to the normal breathing rhythm. Now I want you to, your eyes closed, with your imagination, I want you to imagine a lavender cloud above you and slightly in front. Imagine like you're looking up at this lavender cloud, just whirling around, and you notice it's just got such a positive energy about it. Just seeing it brings you a little bit of comfort. You know that it's full of healing power. The director of inner peace. It has strength and it has wisdom within it. And now, I want you to imagine that it starts swirling and creating like a funnel, like a cyclone funnel that's slowly moving down towards you. You see it swirling, and you see that funnel coming straight towards you, connecting with your forehead. And I want you to imagine that lavender energy starts swirling around in your head. You can feel it moving inside your ears, top of your head. You can just feel it cleansing your mind of negative thoughts It's just moving around. Just feel it just clearing your mind. Feel it moving through your chin, behind your eyes. And I want you to imagine that you can feel something being sucked out of you. All the negative thoughts, all the negative energy that's in your head. And even though the lavender energy remains in your head, you can feel it being sucked out through that portal in your forehead, going up into the cloud. And they're just gone. That negative energy, those negative thoughts, it's just gone. Now you can feel swirling lavender energy moving down through your neck, through your throat, clearing away all of the things that you wanted to say but didn't. Angry words that you've ever said. Feel them being cleansed from your body. And again, you can feel them just go straight up through the neck, through your head, and out through the portal in your forehead, up into the lavender cloud. All those things that you wish you'd said have just gone. And just feel a sense of peace. Now the lavender energy is moving down into your shoulders. Just feel it circling through your shoulder blades. Feel it on the front of your shoulders, on the back of your shoulders, just moving across your chest. And you can just feel it reminding you how strong you are. And it's removing all those times when you felt weak, when you felt like you weren't standing up for yourself, that you weren't making your own decisions. It's just swirling around, removing all those moments and giving you pain. And again, just feel a whoosh as it goes up through the cloud, through your body, out through your forehead and into the cloud. Feel the release of that. Feel the lavender energy just moving down through your arms, all the way down slowly. Just feel it moving down both of your arms, all the way off your elbows, your forearms, right to the tips of your fingers. Just feel that you have control. You're the one directing this. Your hands are in control of your decisions and what it is that you do with your life. Think of any moment that may have been a bad decision of late. You feel maybe that wasn't the right thing. Maybe I chose wrong. Just feel the lavender energy just clearing that from your arms. Knowing that that was a learning experience. The negative energy of that does not need to stay. And just feel that whoosh all the way out through your body, through your head, through that portal back into the cloud. Feel the relaxation just keep whirling all the way through the top part of your body. As you feel that lavender energy move down right into your chest, swirling around your chest, your lungs, your heart. Take a really deep breath here. Really deep. Feel it clearing your lungs, relieving stress, relieving conflict. And feel that stress, that overwhelm, or anything that's causing you negative emotions right now, just whoosh. It's going straight up through your body, out into the cloud. And just enjoy it. Now I want you to imagine that lavender energy has just gone straight into your heart, whirling around in your heart. It's finding moments where maybe you weren't as loving as you wanted to be in that moment. Maybe you're acting out of anger. You just feel it growing, the amount of love in your heart, pushing out those moments where maybe you didn't feel so loving. Feel those moments just washing away, and up through your body, out through the forehead, and back into the cloud. And as you feel that leave your body, just notice the building of love in your heart, yourself, for your life, the people that you absolutely love. Feel that swirling around. Allow yourself to smile, a little smile. You're just noticing how loving you are, how much love you have within you. Feel your heart being strengthened, your ability to love being bolstered. Just enjoy it. Now feel this lavender energy move slowly down your body. Keep enjoying it as it moves down through your spine, right into your stomach. I want you to feel it just swirl around your stomach and your organs down there. And I want you to think about some of the times maybe you haven't made as healthy decisions as you would like. Just feel the lavender energy just swirling around in there, removing toxins, removing anything that you regret putting into your body. Feel it just swishing that out. Just feel it just come up through you. Imagine it just going out into the cloud. Notice how you're just feeling amazing health radiating around your stomach. You feel energy, you can feel self-love, health, vibrancy, just absolutely radiating through your health system. Enjoy it. Imagine there's fruits and vegetables in there, good foods, water, healthy supplements just floating through there, just creating amazing health. Now let that lavender energy go down through your glutes, into your thighs. I want you to really feel your strength, the sturdiness of your convictions radiating through your thighs. And imagine times where maybe you weren't so sure of what it is that you should do, where you wavered. Maybe you knew there was something you should have done and you didn't do it because you wavered on your values or your morals. Just feel any of those times when you didn't stand strong. Just feel them being cleansed from your thighs, from your butt. Feel those moments of where maybe you let yourself down and didn't hold your own values, just whooshing straight out of you again, up through your forehead, out into the cloud. And just notice that left behind is strength, inner strength, strength within yourself, within your confidence, within your ability to know what's right and wrong for you. And I want you to now imagine this lavender energy is now going down through your knees, through your calves and shins, and into your feet. And I want you to just think about some of the steps you've taken in life, steps that maybe you identified as being right and wrong. Think about steps that you've made, the progression. I want you to pick one progressive step you took that maybe you haven't forgiven yourself for. Maybe a choice that you made. Could have been a long time ago or recently. I want you to feel lavender energy just moving around the calves, the feet, removing that step, removing the pain of it. As you feel, just leave your body out through your forehead. You feel yourself noticing the learning that you experienced from those steps, and the gratitude you have that you took those steps and the learning that you had. And enjoy that sense of self-worth and pride, forgiveness. Now just imagine that the lavender energy goes through your feet and into the ground below you, connecting you to everything in the world. You can see or feel the lavender energy just spread out all across the globe from your feet. They're just spreading around the world, healing other people, seeing the good in all situations, feeling a sense of peace that everything is okay. You are okay. Everything is as it should be. Enjoy that feeling of that connectedness to everything. Take a few deep breaths here to really feel the power of this moment. Light going all the way through your body into the ground, spreading everywhere. Breathe in the power, the wisdom, the desire to see the good, the ability to forgive all the rest. And allow yourself to just feel a moment of peace. And as you're feeling that, a beautiful feeling of connectedness and peace, just feel that lavender energy around the world just slowly creeping back all the way until it's right underneath your feet again. It slowly just moves up through your feet, through your calves, through your thighs, through your buttocks, through your stomach, through your spine, through your heart, through your lungs, through your shoulders, through your throat, through your chin, your eyes, your ears, top of your head, and whoosh, comes out through your forehead and joins back with that cloud. Just take a moment to notice how good you feel and give thanks for this experience. Thank yourself, thank the cloud, thank the gift of life. And I want you to now move your toes around a little bit, move your fingers around a little bit. Start becoming aware of how your body's feeling, the temperature of the room that you're in. Slowly, when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome yourself back. Amazing, guys. Amazing. I hope you're feeling nice and relaxed and you're feeling a little bit of peace right now. And as always, you can jump off right now, or if you want to stay around and chat for a little bit, that is completely fine. If you have anything that you want to talk to me personally about that came up for you, please reach out. You don't have to do all this stuff by yourself. I'm always happy to guide people to help them through their experience and move towards what it is that they want. So if you want to message me, send me a message. Oh, you're so welcome, Shannon. Thank you so much for that compliment there. I'm glad that you really enjoyed it and got a lot out of it. All right, guys. So for those of you who want to jump off and get on with the rest of your night or your day, please feel free to do so. But if you want to stick around and have a chat for a moment, then amazing. I'm going to end the recording.